Hey, what's up everybody, and thanks for coming back. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make none other than these beautiful macaroon ice cream sandwiches. I'm very excited to say the least, so let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do to get started is whip up some meringue. So in a medium-sized mixing bowl, add your room temperature egg whites and give them a quick whisk. Once they're slightly aerated, add half of the granulated sugar and continue to whisk for another minute or so. After a minute or so of whisking, add the remainder of the sugar and continue to whisk until the meringue has soft peaks. Alright, so once the meringue is ready, you're going to sift in half of the powdered sugar and almond flour, then gently fold it in until it's roughly combined. After that, you're going to sift in the rest of the dry mix and finish folding it in. And now here comes the tricky part. Be sure not to overmix the batter or undermix the batter. So what I like to do is to fold a few times, scrape the center of the bowl just gently with the spatula, and then fold a few more times and stop. Every time I do this, I drop some of the batter back into the bowl and count to 5 just to see how long it takes to absorb. Now it should be completely absorbed right at about 5, but if it's too slow, fold a few more times. If it absorbed instantly, then you probably overmixed it and you have to start over. And that's just sort of part of the macaroon process, and just, practice makes perfect. This is actually called the macaronage stage of the process, and it's what makes macaroons fairly difficult to make. But like I said, persistence always wins out, so don't give up. But once the batter is done, you're going to transfer it to a piping bag and pipe as even a circles as you can onto a silpat or some wax paper that's on a sheet tray. Once the circles are all piped out, give them a few taps on the counter, and then you're going to pop any remaining air bubbles that exist that you can see right on the surface of the cookie. And then you're going to let these dry for about 15 minutes. Once they've slightly dried up, I'm just going to have a little fun with them, mix some red food coloring with just a little bit of water and some pink food coloring, and just sort of flick it right over the top of the surface of these cookies just to give it, sort of that strawberry flavored look that plays off the Neapolitan, flavor combo. Once that's done though, you're going to put these in the oven at 280 degrees Fahrenheit and cook them for 15 minutes. Now after they're finished baking, take them out of the oven and allow them to cool for a few minutes before handling them. Once that's done, transfer them to another tray, and then you're going to repeat the whole process again, but now with chocolate macaroon cookies. But don't worry, I'll have all of the ingredients in my description box, so just check that out, and the process is completely the same. Alright, so after both flavors of cookies are done, put them into the freezer to get ready for the ice cream, because whenever you're making a pastry that has ice cream in it or that ice cream is involved, always be mindful that everything that the ice cream comes into contact with should be at a very frozen, cold temperature. Otherwise, you'll end up with a very slippery ice cream mess, and the project will probably be ruined. So just think ahead of time and have a plan of what you're going to do before assembling the pastry. But once they're filled with strawberry ice cream, you're going to let these set up in the freezer for about 2 hours, and after that's done, pull them out of the freezer, share them with your friends and family, or you can just hoard them all to yourself. What's up, guys? Alright, so this macaroon video is done. These macaroon ice cream sandwiches are kind of crazy amazing. That's, I guess, a really good way to describe them. As you guys know, I have sort of an obsession with macaroons. You know, Macaroon Week is one of my favorite themed food weeks that I have on my channel. So it's always fun to, you know, reimagine a macaroon. I've seen macaroon ice cream sandwiches before, but never in this flavor combo, the Neapolitan flavor combo. And, you know, this is a little unique. You know, I did my little spin on this cookie. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna dig in, tell you guys how I did, and yeah, run through the flavors. Let's do it. Okay, these are all pretty good. They don't have to be perfect. Obviously, this is kind of like tilted on its side. You know, ice cream is kind of funny to work with. It's okay if it doesn't come out exactly perfect, as long as there's ice cream in between the macaroons. You have a macaroon ice cream sandwich, so don't go too crazy on making it look perfect. That can always come later when you kind of perfect it and, you know, hone in on all the techniques. But for now, pretty good ice cream sandwich. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Wow. Pretty amazing. So good. I really forgot how much I love the Neapolitan flavor combo of the chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. It's kind of insane. I guess there's no vanilla because I didn't put vanilla extract, but it's sort of that, you know, plain cookie acts as the vanilla wafer. So good though. Really chewy. You do have to be a little careful with food coloring. Kind of gets everywhere. If you haven't noticed, I have some pink on my hands. Especially when you do a little flick on top like I did, or, you know, a little, you know, streak of food coloring or something like that. When you're eating it, it can get, you know, on your hands and everywhere. So just be mindful, kind of get a little crazy. I went a little overboard with the food coloring on this. You can go way lighter than what I did. It almost even melted some of that skin on the macaroon cookie and, you know, ruined the overall texture of it, but didn't really impact the cookie as a whole. So it all came out, the feet popped out. You know, I did the proper macaroon baking process that I wanted, but there's a few holes in the top of the mac that I don't like because of the food coloring. But that can all be fixed. Just keep that in mind, and yeah. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you thumbs it up, subscribe at the end of this video, and comment down below for future video requests and things you want to see on my channel, and I will see you next time with another recipe. Later, guys.